We're less than 2 days away from the biggest sporting event of the year. And the Kansas City Chiefs are going to take on the San Francisco 49ers in a repeat performance. And that is the theme of this year of 2024. And in only just a few short minutes, I'll be giving my predictions and picks according to the energy themes of the year that we're in. So hang on to your seats. Don't go anywhere. We have a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about conspiracies of the Super Bowl, what's happening, what's buried underneath the stadium. We're going to learn a lot tonight. Hit the like button if you're just joining us. We're hanging out. It's Friday night. We're having a good time together. But every year it's the Super Bowl. I used to love the Super Bowl as a kid. You eat all the food, you watch the commercials. Sometimes the commercials are better than the game. But I always have good memories of the Super Bowl growing up. And, it's been a wild year. We see two teams that have faced off 4 years ago. The same two teams are facing off again. I think there's a gold rush. The Chiefs are here, the 49ers are here, and it is a it's gonna be a tremendous game. Oh yeah. So, tonight I'll be giving my predictions and picks according to the energy. I do not condone gambling. I don't gamble myself because I know the outcome. I'm probably going to lose again. So anytime when I was younger, and if I ever gambled on anything, I always wound up losing. So it's like, I don't even bother. So we're just doing everything for fun. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you happen to stumble across this message tonight. And, before we get into the picks and predictions, I know everyone wants to get Uncle Mike's predictions and picks for the Super Bowl, but let's spend a little time tonight talking about some conspiracies or some weird things that are happening around the Super Bowl and within people of the Super Bowl. I've been into sports my whole life. I love sports. It really resonates with me. It really is a microcosm of the world. Sports, you have all different people coming together, different backgrounds, and they all fight together for a common goal. And, sports really unite people, bring people together. And it's supposed to be fun, and that's where you want to really focus on. The inner child is something that I talked about this year. And sports usually are known as a child's game. And the more that you, really embrace your child within, you start to enjoy your life. This is something that I enjoy talking about and doing tonight, so it brings me a lot of joy. So really focus on that. One of the things, one of the superstars in this game is Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, Brock Purdy? Yeah, he was Mr. Irrelevant, which means he was the very last person picked in the draft. No one even wanted him, and he is outperforming what people expected of him. But there's a weird thing going on about Brock Purdy. A lot of people are also talking about it. And a lot of people don't understand why the mainstream media doesn't like Brock Purdy. How do you not like Brock Purdy, right? He's an underdog story. He was the last pick in the draft. He's overcoming a lot of obstacles to get where he is. But for some reason, and this has been discussed on many talk shows, that the mainstream media just simply doesn't like Brock Purdy. A lot of people are sandbagging him, saying, he doesn't have any skills, and really not receiving the same treatment that other athletes get. Metaphysical Mike, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. So you might notice this in the mainstream media. Certain athletes, they're always the spotlight is on these athletes. Now, certain athletes, they will be dictated, the spotlight will be dictated according to their talent level, and that's understood. But sometimes an athlete maybe is not shown under the same spotlight as other athletes. Some athletes are just shown in front of you all day long, every day, nonstop. Do you notice that? Let us know. But you know, when I see Brock Purdy, and you know, especially after the game, I see a humble man, and a man that thanks Jesus Christ a lot after the game. So I don't really understand why the media doesn't like Brock Purdy, but this has always been the case. I actually noticed this when I was a kid, even in other sports. When I was younger, I used to love Tim Duncan. Some of you know Tim Duncan, the five-time NBA champion. And he played for the San Antonio Spurs along with the Admiral, David Robinson. That was actually, in basketball, that was my favorite player growing up. You know, let's talk a little bit about sports tonight. I say I need to fish like Kobe. Who was your favorite athlete? So growing up, I liked Tim Duncan. And, you know, Tim Duncan was not very flashy. He was not like a big loudmouth. So he was never really talked about in a lot of these shows. I used to say this all the time. You know, he actually went head to head with this guy LeBron, some of you know of, and all day, every day, everyone, it's just on every media channel, they show LeBron. But years ago, Tim Duncan won 5 NBA titles, and he was in his prime, and you know, they really weren't showing Duncan as much, and I never really understood that growing up, and I noticed that. And you know, I said, this is a great player. You should get Tim Duncan's card, those card collectors that are out there. But certain people, it doesn't matter their talent. He's got to be one of the best NBA players of all time. Certain people, you know, regardless of their talent, they don't get the spotlight that others get. So it's almost like there's a selected amount of athletes. And we see this across the world in anything. Certain people, they have a bright spotlight upon them, and certain people, you don't even hear about them. Even if they're a great player, and, you know, we're not talking about, you know, obviously you're going to focus on superstars, but certain superstars get a little bit more attention, a little bit more drama. We actually, I mean, one of the sports teams that gets the most drama is the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of you know that. There's always the spotlight on that. So listen, we'll see what happens. The Super Bowl is very close, and we have an underdog story. And, you know, when I look back, you know, you kind of remember it's very similar to Tom Brady. Not exact, but similar. And, you know, he was actually the very last pick in the draft. He was picked even later than when Tom Brady was picked. A lot of people are familiar with that story. So we'll see how Brock Purdy does. We'll see how this weekend comes out. Listen, I mean, right now, Patrick Mahomes is on pace. He's the only one that could really match Brady. So on Sunday, you really have an event that will dictate maybe if he's on that trajectory of catching up to Brady. That's something a lot of people are talking about. You know, he's got a lot of skill, overcoming you know, a lot of things. And you know, one of the things that I don't understand, especially in the media, hit the like button if Uncle Mike is speaking the truth tonight. I appreciate that very much. You know, they made a big deal. Oh, can Patrick Mahomes win on the road? Oh my God. They make a big deal about this thing. And he went in there, and I knew it. I knew he was going to win those, or the Chiefs were going to win the previous 2 games. Because when you see the energy themes, and you see, you know, certain teams, they almost have an energy theme about them. And, you know, you almost knew that they were going to go on the road and win those previous two games. So we have a big matchup coming up. We'll get to the picks and predictions. I know you guys want to hear my picks and predictions of what's going to happen in the Super Bowl, but we're coming up. No, we have to talk about another A conspiracy that has happened. Allegedly, a Chiefs fan who was a construction worker that built the Allegiant Stadium buried a Chief flag under the stadium when they were building the stadium that they're going to play the Super Bowl in. So they're playing the Super Bowl in Raiders Stadium in Las Vegas. And there's a picture of a guy that supposedly, allegedly, put a Chiefs flag when he was working on the stadium and buried it into the stadium. If anyone remembers this, when they were building Yankee Stadium years ago, I think there was a Boston Red Sox fan that was working on building the new Yankee Stadium, and they tried to bury a Boston Red Sox flag in the stadium, but they found out and they ripped it out. So supposedly, this Chiefs flag is buried underneath the stadium. So what will it bring luck? Will it create a curse? We don't know. Good luck, bad luck. We'll see how it all plays out. A lot of people are superstitious when it comes to sports. Some people will literally smell about it because they refuse to wash the jersey. They actually made a tremendous commercial about this. You might have a jersey that you haven't washed for years because you're superstitious about it. But, we're really seeing a lot of fandom. And, it shows us a little bit about ourselves. And, if a person, some people, they hear about my channel, they hear about the energy. I appreciate everyone being here. Thank you. Hit that like button if you just joined in. If you are willing to bury a flag under the stadium, for example, that kind of gives you an open mind to other energies. Like a lot of people, they think a lot of this is spiritual hocus pocus stuff, for example, but the child inside, I believe a lot of people are open-minded. And we're shifting and the energies are rising higher than ever before. And I think that a lot of people are open-minded to the fact that could be spells cast or, superstitions and stuff, So if you have a superstition when it comes to sports, let us know in the comments. I appreciate that as well. But, it's a time for all of us to come together and realize that when I know a lot of people are tuning into this, when you view the world like layered, there's two realities on top of each other, and you have the option to choose what are you going to tune in for. Like one of the predictions, I'm going to get into my main predictions in a few moments. Don't go anywhere. I know people, they're ready. They got the draft. I'm just joking. One of the predictions, we will probably see some weird shit during the halftime show. There's always weird stuff during the halftime. You ever see that weird stuff? What was that guy? The Weeknd? That was a weird halftime show. Remember that guy? That was a weird one. All those people. That was a strange halftime show. So you have the option of tuning into that, or you could tune into the game. Years ago, I was a big football fan growing up. And I always said that my favorite weekend or the best game of the football season was the AFC and NFC championship games, because it's like the Super Bowl without all the other BS. And I knew that as a kid growing up. I said, oh, these games are so good. It's like a championship game. If you're a football fan and you resonate what I'm sharing, let us know in the comments. But, growing up, I used to always love the championship weekends, the AFC and the NFC championship games. And it's almost like it is the Super Bowl without all the other nonsense, big business, Doberman, right? All that other stuff, without the distractions. And the halftime, it's so long, and then the players get cold. We're not actually playing a game at that point. So it is an interesting time period. But it's the time of the night where Uncle Mike is going to give his picks and predictions for the Super Bowl. That's right. As I knock everything over, the Super Bowl prediction. You know, I read the energies and I look at life, and I look at all the energies that are part of life. And as I make my Super Bowl prediction tonight, hit that like button if you're here for the world famous prediction. It's probably going to become a classic, and you know, we'll probably do this every single year. But no, this is a year. The energy is conducive to this. For the Super Bowl this year, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. They've been there. 49ers, they have someone that is overcoming a lot of obstacles. This is a year of redemption. This is a year of righting wrongs. In 2020, the flag was not thrown when Nick Bosa was going to sack the quarterback. And if that flag was thrown, that outcome would have totally been different. This is the year of redemption. This is the year of righting the wrongs. I'm going to rock out with my Brock out. I got the Niners winning this year. Niners this year. 4 years ago, I watched that game. I saw Nick Bosa get choked out in the middle of the field. I said, where is the flag? Where was the flag? I didn't know where the flag went. And I feel that this year, that the wrongs will be done right. That's the energy theme of this year. And this year, we're going to have a different outcome to the same thing that went on in 2020. It's a timeline loop. If you're new to the channel, I actually did a full video on this less than a week ago. You should check it out. You know, a lot of the things of the past, we're getting a second chance. And the 49ers are getting a second chance, and you know, a lot of people in the world are getting a second chance. Another pick and prediction. Here it comes. Here it comes. Super Bowl MVP. Since we're going with this theme, we're going to go with Nick Bosa is going to get 2 sacks, fumble recovery, turnover is going to win. Everyone's looking at the offense. Everyone's looking over there, looking at these beautiful offenses. How about a defensive player like Von Miller when he won the MVP? How about Nick Bosa? Rights the wrong, 2 sacks, fumble recovery, turnover. Boom. Niners this year. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. You like that's my dark horse MVP. You gotta have fun with at least one of those picks, you know? Imagine if Nick Bosa wins the MVP. This channel will go viral. The channel will go viral if Nick Bosa wins the Super Bowl MVP. Absolutely. No, it is a very. I don't know where anything is anymore. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's that time of the week as we are wrapping up Friday. We have a good time on Friday. If you happen to stumble across this, please subscribe to the channel. We keep you motivated. We think about our lives and the energies. And that's how, I'm looking at the energies of this year. And I'm seeing a repeat of 2020. And I'm seeing that we're going to get a different outcome this time around. So, sit back, relax, just enjoy, have some fun. Subscribe to this channel. We do this every day, 9 a.m. Eastern time. We just come on special for a Friday Night Live. Grateful for all of you being here. This is the time of the week that we pull a special card, a little message from the universe to keep us motivated, positive. Bring on that positive energy. Hit that like button if you're here for some positive energy. And stay focused on the positive. And watch out for the spookables and the heffalumps that are out there. Yeah, the spookables and the heffalumps. But no, it's my honor to keep you guys positive and keep you going. Oh, before I do this, M, thank you so much for that. Superstition, notice most sports arena resemble the Colosseum arena. Absolutely. Ancient empires used to keep people in with the gladiators with entertainment as they absolutely. Listen, when I used to see the stadiums, it does look like the Colosseums from years ago. History repeats itself. Looping, timeline looping, but a different outcome this time. Okay, card of the week. We now choose to communicate freely and openly everything that needs to be said. We free our minds from all limiting thoughts, and we are now at peace with ourselves and with others. We no longer worry about what other people think. We know that we are loved and totally supported by the universe. It's all about the love, baby. It's all about the love, baby. Hit those hearts in the chat. I appreciate you all being here. We're going to head over to Patreon in a few minutes. The link is in the description. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the very interesting WrestleMania kickoff show. If you missed this Risings video, check it out. We spent the day talking about real life things that are happening in the world. And you know what? Sometimes we always do the same thing. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. So this has been a lot of fun today, venturing into new things. I'm so grateful for all of you that are here, and you really want to have fun. So all of your support, I like to get these topics out there because what's the goal? We want to expand consciousness. We want to get these messages out to new audiences. So everything you do for this video, hit that like button, share the video. It's a great support, especially for these videos, because we always want to bring in a lot of new people. You know, the time that I spend in the gym, and I meet so many different people in the gym, and it's really about our everyday lives. And that's where we want to focus on, taking the channel, bringing people together, really focusing on real life stuff that's going on in the world. So yeah, that's where we want to go. As we wrap up this week, I would like to thank everyone that supported the channel this week. First of all, thank you to everyone that became a channel member. That's a great support for the channel to keep us going. Thank you to Greg Gavigan, Cliff Virginia Hiker, Steve Jones, I'm sorry, Paul Morbidelli, Crystal Cranford, and Chloe Mills. Thank you so much for supporting the channel this week. I want everyone to stay focused on having fun. Two realities. There are two frequencies, and you will choose which one that you tune into. Do you want to tune into the fear? Do you want to tune into the negative? Or do you want to tune into the positive? You will see this play out this weekend because there are two worlds that are on top of each other, existing at the same time. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy our everyday lives. Let's go Niners. I used to like Steve Young as a kid. If anyone remembers Steve Young. Remember Steve Young? I was too young for Joe Montana, but when I was growing up, I liked Steve Young. So yeah, we're getting some magical vibes here. Just gonna take a few more minutes before we head over to Patreon, if anyone else would like to share. But I think that we might have a thing here tonight, especially if my predictions are right. Again, I do not condone gambling in any form. I do not gamble. I lose every single time. I literally, it's like I might as well just burn the money. So, but I just like to have fun, and that's all you have to do is just have fun. Have fun with life. Think about sports. Think about being a child. Think about these things, and stay focused. Who do you think's going to win? Let us know in the comments. Yeah, Joe, Joe, I don't do that. There's a lot of pitfalls, Joe. A lot of pitfalls out there. I've seen, Joe, I have friends that lost a lot going down that rabbit hole. Stay away from that as well. Just work out, you know, just chill out, have some fun, eat some healthy food, training. If you want to improve your life in all three phases, physically, mentally, spiritually, we're here for you. And just keep going. Physically, mentally, spiritually, winning all day long. We're always winning. In the end, you're always winning. You're in alignment. You're putting out good vibes, positive vibes, good vibes, positive vibes come back. Sherry Frankie writes, the child within. It's all about the child within. I get giddy when I see sports, collect cards. Do you collect cards? Did you do that as a kid? All of the things when you were a child years ago, these are the things that you really need to spend time with right now. It's going to ground you. It's going to help you get through turbulent times. It's turbulent times. But life is supposed to be fun. Life actually isn't so serious. We are put in that little, you know, fishbowl, and we think that, ooh, it's got to be so serious. We have to do all these things. No, we're actually just supposed to have fun. And, you know, when you take that motto, and I know a lot of people are new to this, you might not realize that, but the more that you're focused on having fun, that's where the magic happens. So I love each of you. Carrie collected stickers. Kelly, it's going by to Kelly, collected stick. Yeah, a lot. Hey, listen, those are the things, and you probably look at those stickers, and you probably, that inner child just wakes up. Anytime I put football on, you go right back to it. So really stay focused on that. And let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this very interesting video today. We'll see if Uncle Mike's predictions are right. I wouldn't bet on the MVP prediction, but I put that out. But you never know. I wonder what the odds are. Nick Bosa for MVP. That would be a good one. So all right, guys, we're headed over to Patreon. Yeah, we did Pogs too, Ryan, in high school, and you hit him with the slammer on the table. I remember that years ago as well. So yeah, it's good times. It's Friday night. We're continuing the good times all collaboratively together on Patreon. The link is in the description. I will see you all in 2 minutes, and we'll be back on tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Bye for now.